The Youngstown Air Reserve Station opened in our valley in 1957. Did you know that it's one of the top 4 largest employers here? Or that it has the only full-time aerial spray mission in the Department of Defense? These are just 2 of the things we learned, and today we're going to share a whole lot more. Located in Vienna Township, the Youngstown Air Reserve Station is home to the 910th Airlift Wing.
Back in the mid-50s, Air Defense Command, which was at the time one of the commands of the Air Force, negotiated with the local community to build a base here. Construction started shortly after that, and in 1957 the air base opened.
But it's not called an air base. Because it relies on the Youngstown-Warren Regional Airport to provide air traffic control, it's actually referred to as an air station. And it's provided a variety of services for our nation since it opened.
Over the years, it has been a fighter base, it's been a training base. In the early 80s, we came back to have the C-130, so went back to the tactical airlift mission.
Acting as our guide, Master Sergeant Bob Barco explains what services are needed to keep the station running smoothly.
We have our own fire department, we have our own security forces. We're kind of a city that's major industry is moving cargo. We sit on 228 acres, as we kind of like to say. Colonel Linsenmeyer is like our mayor.
Colonel Linsenmeyer has been the 910th Airlift Wing commander for the past year.
We have 1,600 reservists here at the 910th Airlift Wing and about 175 what we call straight civilians, which are no military affiliation. So my job is to ensure that they have the resources, the training, the direction that they need to be effective.
A very important job, especially when you consider what the 910th does.
We've also got the aerial spray mission for the Department of Defense. We're the only fixed-wing aerial spray asset, which means we can spray for bugs, weeds, or oil.
In fact, the 910th was among those called to help clean up the Gulf oil spill last year.
We went down for 6 weeks and helped keep that oil from coming ashore.
Colonel Linsenmeyer says they get a lot of support from the community, and though most people don't know it, they also contribute to the local economy.
For fiscal year 10, we had an economic impact of just over $125 million to the valley, and that includes not only the salaries that we pay and the indirect jobs that are created, but the fuel and the construction. And I think you're going to see a little bit of the construction later in phase 2 of our lodging that we're real excited about.
This is our standard guest room, and we have 119 rooms here on base presently. We're in phase 2 right now. That'll add on another 80 rooms.
Right now, reservists are being housed in hotels throughout the community. The 910th hopes to lower that number with its new lodging facility expected to be complete in January.
There is a certain percentage that they would like to try to get to where we would house most of our reservists on base.
And the 910th expects to be an important part of the reserves and the valley for years to come.
Very proud of the reserves, I really am. And it continually amazes me when you see these young kids that volunteer and raise their hand and say, send me, because they want to go, they want to do their job. And then they come back and they want to know when they can deploy again. The Department of Defense is only fixed-wing aerial spray, so that's a pretty good niche mission to have. And when somebody thinks aerial spray, we want them to think 910th Airlift Wing.
Big supporter of the community, and they're a big supporter of ours. And when folks look up in the air and see those aircraft, now they know where they come from.
You've seen the beautiful new lodging here at the station, and you've heard about the economic impact the station has in our valley. Be sure to tune in next week when we take you inside a C-130. With the Regional Chamber Report, I'm Kim Gonda.